You're though top of the afternoon, early little bit of evening. It's almost at 4 p.m. mark. Hopefully everybody doing well. Either you're just getting off of work. Maybe some of y'all on y'all way to work. I know what that 4 o'clock work life is like. Definitely part of that culture, so I get it. But yeah, top of the early evening. I just want to know how everybody feeling today. You know, that's always the first and foremost question. Welcome again to Facts of Life, the podcast. We got another special episode coming to you. I believe we had episode 5 now. Oh, that's a big number. That's a big number, 5. Like, if you think about how many days of the week, it's like we almost put out enough episodes for you to listen to one every day of the week. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're doing good. Appreciate all of the listeners and everything like that. You know, today I'm gonna go ahead and put it this way. We got the co-host for the month, because this whole month we gonna bring some shit to you. We've got so many crazy topics. Shout out to everybody who's been dropping topics and thoughts and everything like that, hitting me up and saying, giving me different comments, reviews, and everything like that on it. So definitely shout out to all of y'all. But more importantly, definitely shout out to our co-host of the month. If you've been tuning in, you already know what name I'm gonna give you. He's definitely he's one of those. He's a dreamer coach. It's crazy how to say that, right? It's funny when we talking about things that we're working on ourselves. It's like we so much think about what we're saying to make sure it's so perfect, right? So on that thought, I was like, let me make sure I get these words right. Mm-hmm. But either way, everybody know what I'm trying to say. Not even just it's crazy. Like, this is the part of life, right? Every day we grow and this and that, right? So it's like every day I'm gonna have to add titles to this man. Like, you know what I mean? It's like every day, if I introduce this guy, I'm gonna have to add titles to it, because it's like, not only is he my peer mentor, my gym, I call him I call him Boot Camp Brian. But he's my gym buddy, my gym coach, my gym trainer, my gym helped me get back into focus, right? Cause I tell you, that's how me and met. So it's always like a lot of gym shit, right? But definitely welcome.
What's up,
Brian?
What's up?
Lion. You know what I'm saying?
Like she said, how everybody doing?
Yeah, how you doing? How everybody doing today? How are you today? Because I ain't telling why I gotta add shit to you.
Man,
I ain't telling that yet. It's like,
it's beautiful. It's just, even before that, it was beautiful. It was beautiful at 8:30 a.m. when we was throwing weights. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know, stretching our limits. You know what I'm saying? Like, you edified me speaking about, you know, what we do in the gym and how we met. But, like, you know, Dave's focus is relentless, man.
I appreciate that, man.
It's relentless, man. Like I've dealt with a lot of clients, man. She doing impossible shit. She don't play. You know what I'm saying? Every week, to this week, she jumped up 20 pounds per time you went to the gym. I'm talking about, we like 40 pounds for the week over the last 4 exercises. And man, like, it's just good to finally have somebody that's as resilient and relentless. So yeah, this relationship gonna go far. I mean, regardless of the title things that you're saying, though, like, it's a beautiful day, man. Better than yesterday, worse than tomorrow, man. I'm definitely, man. I'm in bliss, man. Like, you know, things like I said off tape, that things are starting to align. Things are starting to align, and it's like you know, a lot of people say trust the process. I say love the process, man. You know, because when you love things, you trust them easier.
Yeah, you know that's how automatically comes.
Yeah, it's like you don't mind the little shit, the little any. You know, for example, like, you know, I might mind waking up. I don't mind waking up early. I wake up early every day, right? But I might mind if somebody just asked me to take their kids to school. Mm-hmm. I don't never mind taking my kids to school.
Right, it's something different too. It's like,
that's what I'm saying.
That's not what I planned for. That wasn't part of my when I got up, my routine, what I'm going to do for me.
But like, what I'm saying is for my kids, though. Like,
it's different.
Right.
That's different. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's that.
And that's how I feel with most things in life go. Like, you know, it's not that I mind, you know, but
it's just that mental, like, it's that, like you guys would say, it's that mental bond and that mental relationship that you have.
Everything. Some people, it don't matter if things were planned. We're gonna be honest, right? Like, there's some people in our lives that it don't. You know, we all want to have our schedule, whether we stick to it or not, right? Mm-hmm. And then some people might have a crisis or something good, or just you haven't seen this person in a long time, and if they pop up, you put things on hold.
Right. No, that's a fact.
And that's just a respect of the bond. You know, that's what bonds really go for. And that's crazy because, you know, we didn't even talk about the episode yet, but that kind of coincides.
Exactly.
Bonds in general.
Exactly. And that's how I feel. Like, honestly, like, I feel like today I feel great. Like, I started off a little like, I mean, I know a lot of us, we all know last night Eagles didn't win. Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Shout out to the Chiefs. Congratulations. Andy Reid definitely, I feel like, deserved that. Yeah, like, he definitely deserved that. Especially from, like, I don't know if a lot of people even realize, like, Andy Reid coached the Eagles. And for some time, everybody felt like even the Eagles fired him. They felt as though he wasn't worthy enough. You know what I mean?
Not only that, but he also was on the coaching team with the Eagles head coach now.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to get into that too. Like the whole, it was a lot of different history. So it's like I'll be honest with you, to be a football fan, I appreciated that. Yes. I appreciated that Super Bowl because it hasn't been that way in a while. And it was really a great game.
Tier teams,
yeah, and really playing.
Yeah, and like really, even. And then, not only going at it like on the field, but then mentally, because the coaches had to play strategically.
Yeah, I was gonna say because the one big strategic move. A lot of people like I know when I was watching it. My shorty is wound up watching it with me. She said like one of her looks was like, well, why didn't he score that touchdown? But it's like that slide was the most important part of the game.
It really was. That was
because that helped. It was one of those. We extend, If I'm not trying to, we need to take all of this. I don't want to give you. It wasn't about how much we could win by.
It was not leaving.
It was not leaving anything on the table and grabbing it all.
That's a top.
That's definitely a top.
That one down.
It's definitely because we definitely write shit down here.
You know, like not leaving anything on the table is a principle you could apply to almost everything in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of times we just do the tangible things, but there's still more left to be on the table, right? Kind of like when I know me as a server, sometimes when I unfortunately leave money on the table, like toward the end of my shift, when I'm really just not trying to have that table. That's
you feel it though.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot. We're gonna stick a because we're gonna get back to that. But my whole purpose of bringing up the Eagles and the Super Bowl was just like my morning started off because like it's not even that I party hard or nothing last night. A lot of you know I had one beer. But it was just the simple fact of me just enjoying everything so much that I like, you know, I just was like, let me rest. So waking up, I had a little late start. But overall, I feel great. I feel amazing. All of that. We're going to try to get up louder too, because if you hear it, it's raising on that. I told y'all, we leave everything for real. It's raw. This is really uncut. Like, I haven't cut anything that we posted. I've been giving it to you what it is. But you hear a lot of stuff in the background. We have my dogs in here. They love doing cameos. But today's episode is kind of like, I appreciate them. They don't understand. I actually appreciate them. I do want them to keep it down a little bit, you know, but you are going to hear them a little bit. But today's episode is called Animal-like versus Human-like. What is that and what does it mean? We're gonna ask a few questions. Cause actually, I kind of do got a few questions for Brian and for the viewers, for the guests. I mean, for the listeners and everything. Not even just the viewers. Like soon we're gonna have that for you. But anyway,
absolutely.
But for a lot of the listeners, like it's just a few questions. You know me, always. I like to give you something to think about. And remember, like I gotta say this again too. This is all opinionated. We're not professionals in anything that we're saying.
And when it comes to the topics of like opinions, because that's what we're talking on anyway. Who is? Like, who can say that they're a professional on everyone's life experience?
Like
that's what we base our opinions on. Is our life experience, and no two people have the same life experience. So it's like no one. When it comes down to these kind of topics that we speak about, I mean, you can have a professional person that can create a theory, maybe a scientist, but like, you know, we have to stop questioning everything, man. Like, we gotta stop just living by the whole thing of this person said it, so this is it, this is law. It's like
just existing in the
the things that research and, you know, question a lot.
Pardon me, I told you they get a little. I told you, and that's why this topic is this is why the topic is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? It's like part of the reason, like, you know what I mean? But Of course, we're gonna start off a little fun.
Okay.
At least I hope everybody view this as fun. I think it's fun. I like to think about shit like this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever thought about this. I already know your answer. I know your answer to this question, but whatever. We're gonna keep it fun. But first question first, right? First question is, if you could be any animal,
come on,
what would it be and why?
Come on, Okay, so those who know me know I'm Brian Lyon, man. I'm Brian Lyon, the 5'10" giant, man. And I would have to say it's a toss-up between a lion and a horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I knew the lion. So let's start with the lion. I knew the lion because I'm gonna be interested about the horse.
Yeah. Like why?
Yeah, but I want to know why. Why would you say that if you could be any animal, you'll be the lion?
Okay. All right. So like, they call lions the king of the jungle, right? But if you look at how the jungle's set up, right? Lions aren't the biggest. They sure sound like the fastest.
Right. Ooh, I like that.
You can't even say that they're the smartest. When it comes down to it, right? We're just talking about pure animal intelligence, but the courage and bravado and energy they bring in any field can make a 1-ton elephant not want to be there.
That's a fact.
Right? And so, and that's the first reason. The second reason is more about my family, how I view my family. Right? If you look at how a lion's family is called a pride. That's what they call, like, how they have like I guess you call it a pack of wolves, right? So a group of lions is called a pride, right? Mm-hmm. And in every pride, you have the head lion, which is a male, right? And you have the female lions, in this case, who help the pride almost more than the male.
Mm-hmm. It's funny.
But the male's a protector.
It's funny that you say that.
And when I view my family, it's like, this like, like, behind the scenes shit that my girlfriend does that maybe is not paying rent or shit like that, but literally keeps us fucking going. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I have the humbleness to even allow that to be delegated, because I know it may happen better than I do when I can do it, right? It may take a little finesse, and she has maybe more of that than I have, right? I'm still the ultimate protector. You know what I'm saying? 99% of the time in my household, I'm the last one to go to sleep and the first one up. Right. Not like to be the watcher or anything like that, but just because it's like I believe in that protection. I believe in that, and then that's how lions work. They'll help hunt if it needs be, help the male lion, but that's the female's job. But if anyone tries to intercede the lion's pride, they got to deal with the head lion. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm a lion. And a horse.
Yeah, I would say, okay, I like this. So now I'm the horse. I'm interested in this.
Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm interested.
Yeah, there is, I like to believe, because there's no, there's not a poll for this, but I like to believe I am the most tenacious person on earth. I like to believe that I am the most tenacious person. I am the most resilient person on earth. And I'm not trying to be braggadocious, by saying that. But, like, that's literally the mentality when I live my life. Like, I'm going to get better every day. I'm going to keep going. I won't be broken. Quitting is not an option, Like, a lot of people, when we talking about, like what happened today with the adding of the titles and shit like that, that I might speak on later, I might not. But, to get to that point of what happened today, I had to fail 7 times. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't like a lot of people just are so uncomfortable with that feeling, they let it deter them from being as great they could possibly be. And a horse is fucking resilient. A horse will run until his heart bursts. You understand what I'm saying? A horse is also loyal. You know what I'm saying? Like, mm-hmm. And so those are all things that I feel like embody me as a man, especially once you earn my love. Like, I'm super loyal, but I'm also resilient. I'm never gonna leave you behind. You feel me? I'm always gonna try to protect you the best way I can, and I'm a run until my heart bursts, man. Like, I'm like, you gotta sit me down. You gotta take me out the game, coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really how I live my life. I'm like, on every minute. not just when people are around. Like, you know, having the integrity, and that's how horses practice. You know, if you know how these horse jockeys practice, they practice. The horses be running. You know, way before the race starts, they do a whole lot of practice before that. They perform on that race, and it's like a lot of champions are made behind closed doors. And I love apples.
Yeah. It's funny. You were saying something about the horses, how they have to prepare prior and everything. It quickly made me think about the apples. Like I started thinking about the apples. I don't know why I saw like a stallion standing eating apples. Yeah. For some reason.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. That's interesting. You know, it's like it says a lot. Like, you know, it says a lot about a person. So it's funny because I have two as well. If I could choose any animal to be, first and foremost it would be a monkey.
Nice.
It's one of my favorite animals.
Okay.
Wait, listen though.
What kind of monkey?
Because it's bad monkeys, but I would want to be. That's the thing. I would want to.
A chimp.
I would want to change into all of them.
Oh, you just a primate.
I want to be a primate.
Just a primate.
Put it down.
Today I'm a gorilla.
Yes, I want to go through all different phases of it.
You sure?
Because it's like, so listen, that's what I'm going to go into. And to get into that is like, this is the thing though, like even no matter which way, like I always do this thing, I'll be like, I put my tongue at the top of my thing and I pull my ears out and I'm like, I look just like a monkey. I'm like, that's perfect. Like that's how much I love monkeys. I'm like, I was supposed to like, in my past life, I think I was a monkey or something.
You like bananas?
Of some sort. I love bananas.
I love bananas.
Like I fucking love bananas. To the point when I learned how, I don't know if a lot of y'all know this, but I can't say we're opening them up upside down or anything like that because it's still the same. But it's still the same.
No,
it's still the same source in a way.
The stem's supposed to be at the bottom.
The stem's supposed to be at the bottom.
Supposed to hold that.
I learned that from a monkey.
I mean, I learned it from my father. I don't know if I'm a monkey, but
I'm just saying. I was a little young boy. Like, why is that monkey? Why you got the banana upside down?
It's funny you say that, man.
But it's like, it actually makes more sense. And it's like, duh, when you think about how it grows. When you think about most things that we eat, it's like, it's just...
My dad's West Indian, so like, that's what, you know, and that's what he taught us, you know. And he told us, when he told us, he gave us the reason behind it. He's like, that's what you hold it by, you get to eat all the bananas. And it's like, oh, common sense. Never had to think about it ever again.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just. But I see a lot of people open it the other way.
And it's like, and then they wonder why it's so mushy.
Yeah, but like, you just
squished it. Like, of course it's mushy.
That's funny.
You fucking squished it.
What's your second one?
But my second one is an elephant. I love elephants.
I love elephants too.
Yeah, and I love for like the wisdom that they have behind them, and I love like
so wise.
And it's like but they're literally some of my favorite animals. I actually have them tatted on me. But like an elephant is just like, cause it's like an elephant. Like I rode an elephant before.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck? How was that?
Yeah, that was an fucking experience. That I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize how much it was an experience at the time of me experiencing it. So I didn't realize the experience that I was experiencing until I experienced so much different shit in life that I realized. I hope that makes sense to me because it's like
it does.
That's
because your point of reference, you know, is really just, you know, sometimes we live. It's like, for example, somebody could be born into a rich situation, and they may jump in a Lamborghini every day, right? But then somebody who came from where we came from will see that as, oh my fucking God, like I got to ride a Lamborghini today. That might be some shit like that, you know, might be one of the best days of their life. You know what I'm saying? Not to be, you know, harsh or anything like that, but that may be their reality. So different point of references shit. I'll tell you what, riding the elephant is fucking crazy. I mean, like, that's an experience that, you know, share more about that. Like, that's wild.
So like, the first thing that I do remember, like, so this is why I never realized the experience that I was experiencing. Because it's certain things, it's funny how your brain and your mind, like, when it knows that it's actually enjoying something, the things that your body and your mind will allow to connect and make you do. Yeah. So the first thing that I do when I get up on the elephant is, I feel the elephant, I touch the elephant. Yeah. And the texture was so rough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, wow. From looking at elephants all the time, I done fed elephants, and I never thought about touching elephants. Like at the zoo.
Right.
I fed elephants, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, a little bit, but there's spots like over on the top. It's like
bare.
It's bare. Mm-hmm. The hairs isn't really until like down.
Right.
So it's like the top of it is just like so rough and like
canvas.
But it's like,
like canvas material. Like
yeah, like so like you ever like you know like Greek back when they had the pillars.
Yes.
And you know when the pillars.
Stucco.
So it's like that filling.
That's stucco.
Is on the elephant.
Like a fucking wall.
So it's like, yeah, it's like, like you know what I'm talking, like the ones that got
the ripples in it.
The ripples in it. So yeah, it feels like that.
Wow.
But it moves.
Yeah, right.
So it's like kind of like, so I'm like, wow. And now I start looking at the ears. Now me sitting on it, and I'm a little motherfucker. I ain't that big, right. So yeah, it might look a little different than everybody else. But I'm little, but I'm just sitting there and I'm like. Wow, and the way it moved like as if it knew. Okay, so also I gotta set you up where I was at too. I was also at the Philadelphia Soul Circus. Shout out to the Philadelphia Soul Circus.
Nice.
Cause they for $10 they let me do that. I ain't saying it's the same price. Pandemic done happened, but I let us do that shit for like I think it was like $10-$15, right?
10 beans, you got to roll
and at first, you know the funny thing about it, at first. No, I'm lying. It was $20. It was $20, and that's still at first I thought that was a lot. And I was like, but then I was like, how many times am I going to experience this?
And that doesn't change. And it's like it could have been a lot for you, but
it could have been. Maybe it could have been.
At the time, you know, it depended on where you were in life. And
it could have been. But I just like, but doing it, and then I had a picture from it and all that. So it was like that was cool and like, but like feeling that right. So just my whole point of saying this, like, and going back to my favorite animal being this is like. I thought about all the lights flashing on this big animal.
Massive.
Like this shit is big, and it's not just one.
No,
it's multiple ones because it's other people besides me riding on it.
Elephants, right?
So, and then also immediately, I felt sad for it.
Yeah, because it's enslaved.
Yeah, immediately once I started touching it,
it's enslaved.
And then the way it was walking. So humbly.
Yeah, majestic. That's why I said it's that word. It's just like
definitely majestic.
Shoulders are just like, you feel me?
Like,
yeah, man.
And it was like so humbly of a big ass thing.
Animals are, man.
But I needed it so much. Like I was so dependent on this animal.
Yeah.
And I wanted it to make sure it did certain things and it didn't do certain things. Like when it put its trunk up, I'm like, oh, I hope nothing blows out. Like I'm just now seeing, you know what I mean? It's certain things I expected from this. But it still walked so humbly. And to know how I feel, like when you look in the eyes, like to know how I felt was like, wow. But it's like, so that's why I really like, they take on a lot of shit. People expect a lot of things from them. You know what I mean? As far as like elephants. So it's like, that's so much of me within my life. Like, you know what I mean? And so many times I think back to like, damn, an elephant in my eye watering. But I'm like, damn, an elephant is like so strong.
It is. Like,
and powerful. So it's like, that shit get deep. You know what I mean? So yeah. So that would be my favorite. That would be the animals I would want to be, like monkey or elephant. And I'm telling you, the monkeys would be primates.
You said monkey and elephant, and I said lion.
And you said lion and horse.
So we gotta go to Africa.
Yo, I was just getting ready. To get into that whole thing too, because you know my elephant that I had tatted on me is actually in the form of Africa. I don't know if you ever knew that. I don't know if you ever knew that. Yeah. So like, look,
I see it now.
Yeah, it's in the form of Africa. And it's like, I don't know, I have hairpiece in my head, Africa, because it is it's big, but it's like, yeah, so that's a lot. So I be thinking about that too. And can I say this? In my opinion, I be believing sometimes, because things I be thinking shrink, right? So I be thinking when they be saying dinosaurs, I'm not gonna hold you. Exactly the way that when we make the texture of a dinosaur, I don't care which dinosaur it is. An elephant felt like.
Yeah, like a rhino. Or like a rhino.
Like a rhino, yeah. So I feel like the rhinos and the elephants are even if they descendants or even the shrinkages and like.
Yeah, well, that's how things. So when things descend, they don't necessarily. They can get bigger or smaller. You know,
my fault, y'all, because I feel like I need to blow my nose, because that's how I know my I keep fucking watering, y'all. My fault. I had a little moment with the fucking because I can't do that. Okay, never mind. My fault, y'all. My little moment, my allergies, they started kicking in on me. I'm like, what is this that's bothering me? Because I feel like I'm getting stuffy by the second. But now we go.
So when you say man versus human, You know, what's
animal like versus human like.
Right. So, are you speaking? My question to you is: are you speaking within or like relative to from a human perspective or animal perspective? Because
but that's the thing.
Because you could be a human who has. I think all humans both have human-like qualities and animal-like qualities, but I think there's some animals that also like have human-like qualities.
So that's the question. So that's a question too. What do you think separates a human from an animal, or an animal from a human, or if it's
That's perfect. So I think I was thinking about this, and I read a couple books before this ever happened. This podcast. So right, and the person that comes to mind first is Bob Proctor. And Bob Proctor, he just passed, rest in peace, last year, and he was a motivational speaker, and he spoke about the vibrations and paradigms. Those were big things to him. Vibrations and paradigms. Now, how you understand, if you understand frequencies, you can get to any level of frequency and therefore manifest anything that you need. And you have to get out the paradigm, because if you think in a box, you'll stay in that box that you're thinking, right?
Right.
So that was his major premise, but he always said that there was 6 qualities, I believe, that separates humans from animals. Since he calls it the 6 marvelous mental faculties.
Okay, you said the 6 marvelous
mental faculties. Yeah, that's what he calls it. You know what I'm saying? This is Bob Proctor, but I agree with him. So this is why I'm sharing it with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he says the difference between animals and humans, right, is the ability of imagination, will, intuition, memory, reason, and perception. And the reason why I have to agree with them is because I wouldn't say that animals don't possess these qualities. I just don't think they don't possess the ability to control the qualities. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, can I tell you that a dog doesn't have imaginations? I can't tell you that. But do I believe that it knows that it's imagining? It's consciously telling myself I'm gonna have an imagination right now. I don't think that it can't. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't think it can. Do I think that a dog or a cat doesn't have will? Yeah, because when it wants food or anything, it shows signs of will. But I don't think it can structurally go for a goal that's not revolved around food or anything that benefits it, like we can as humans. Right? Intuition. I don't really know how animal intuition is. I think it's more instinct than intuition. Right? I think intuition is a human kind of thing, right? Memory. I know my cat remembers shit, but I don't think I can say, hey, Seth, remember on February 2nd when we... I don't think that's something that me and my cat can communicate about, right? Reason. I think they put together slight things of cause and effect, but they don't have reason how we reason things. We can go off on a tangent of reason and create some shit that's not even true, right? Like we over reason sometimes. And then perception. I think about this all the time with my cat, man, because my cat is weird as hell and I love him. That's my boy. But like, he'll jump on shit and I'm like, he'll get off. And like, he'll get off. He'll get off. But in my head, I'm like, yo, I wonder if he knows what shit is. Like, does he, like, and when I tell him, yo, he jumps on my bed and he'll lay on my clothes. Get off my clothes. He'll move. You know what I'm saying? But does he see it as clothes? Is it pants to him? Right. Is it a bed to him?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when he moves around my apartment, is like, is the floor of like? Does he see it as a fucking floor? So I think perception is just skewed. It's different. You know, they also have a lot of animals got night vision and shit. So perception is just. I just don't think they have those 6 faculties. I think that's the biggest difference. But I wouldn't dare ever say that there is a hierarchy
over
either of us. I think everything that is living on Earth is a guest. Plants, animals, and human alike. I don't feel like anything is one over another. I think we all need each other symbiotically to survive.
And that's what I was going to say.
So I don't think you can have one without the other. We need the plants.
It's crazy that you say that because like when you were saying like these things like, and that's what I'm thinking like, that's real shit. Like that is things that I could say separates. Because like I could say like for my dog. I'm not saying like I'm speaking for my dog. I don't want nobody to take it as that. That'd be pretty funny. Sometimes I think I can speak for her, but memory is like sometimes when I leave and I could have left for 2 minutes or whatever, right? I come back in she's so excited to see me, as if I was going for like
forever.
dumb long. You know what I mean? And I understand that to them, it do be feeling like it's forever.
Yeah, they
but
don't
it's
have
like,
a concept of time.
Yeah, because they don't. Yeah, so it's
There's
like
no time is something we made up. It's a social construct.
exactly,
Right, right.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, you know, but it's like it's a lot of things where it's like, damn, when you break it down, we're so much alike, and it's like I gain. My dog is my best friend.
Yeah,
that's one of my best friends.
Yeah,
like, I'm not gonna hold you. That's why y'all still hear her so much in the background, because it's
the love is real.
Yeah,
unconditional.
and it's genuine. Yeah, it's what I say. It's so it's so unconditional. You know what I mean? And it's like you could just look in like I was saying. I was getting to one episode. I was saying like it's like sometimes I have to. I literally talk to my dog like I'm talking to a human. I'm not gonna hold you. And I do have those moments where I'm like, she's probably just like, yo, I don't know why we do this. This is why we doing it. Like, I got another little dog, but it's like...
So you know, yes and no for that. You know why? Because, like, reality is, I think a lot of people, remember, you know how I dive in. I'm super curious and everything. So I started diving back a couple months ago into phonetics. Because I wondered, like, why is it that we, no matter what culture, there's certain sounds we make when certain things happen? As a human being.
Yo, yeah.
Right? No matter what culture you're in.
Yo, that's another...
We don't have to all have the same language. Like, no matter... Like, if we almost see a car accident or something, you might, ooh. If something is satisfying to you, taste-wise, that's not a culture thing. That's like a human thing, right? And so it led me to believe that, okay, when we profess our words, we send out phonetic vibrations.
Vibrations, yeah.
So I don't think that my dog or cat can like decipher what I'm saying word wise, but the energy behind it. The energy behind it,
and that's what I was gonna say. So it's 100%. Like, so that's what I was gonna say too, though, bro. So like, so it's just like when for a child. So I was gonna make it a relationship. Like, I understand that I'm not comparing my dog to a child, saying like my dog is my child. I'm not saying that for y'all folks that are out there and listening like that. Like, what I'm saying is, on the same sense of like when you have to like attend and think and ask questions on, for instance, right? When you get a new dog, right? Y'all learning each other. Y'all already committed to that. I got you through this, and we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna go through this, and I'm gonna have the patience, and I'm gonna have to, because anything else is considered animal cruelty, right? You have a word for that, right?
Yeah.
So having a child, it's a new thing, a new human being, it's a whole new thing you gotta get to learn, you gotta get to know. It's like, you know, you gotta ask questions on, like, you each have to kind of trust each other that if I feel this way, or if I give you this sound, or if I give you this, or it's things you're gonna check off and say. Like, so one thing I was saying, like, for sometimes with my dog or one, it's like, all right, did I let her out? Did I feed her? Like, do she want to play? I go down a list of things. Like, think about a child. Did I change their diaper? Did I feed them? Do they just want some attention?
Right.
It's same shit, you know what I mean? So it's like, getting on the sense of all that is like, for vibrational and energy-wise, if she does something wrong and I say these things, she's like looking in her ears or something way, because she feel like, okay, it's not like that. And I notice, like, if I can snap, I do certain things. And I mean, and dogs definitely listen to, they hear commands, and then they hear that, those snaps and things, and they go off of that. It's the easiest way to train dogs. Honestly, is for you to do things like that. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's a form of classical conditioning. But not only that, like their sense of range and octave perception, like their ability to hear, they can hear shit we can't even. So the way they hear things from us is different from the sounds to us. Yeah. It's almost like how we talked about when we how we sound to ourselves, rather than when we listen back to the podcast and like, damn, we sound different. It's not that. It's just that you're hearing yourself outside. You know, and that's relative. That's why I try to tell people all the time that life is inside. You don't know the world outside. You only know the world through your eyes. You can't even possibly think about how perceive how the world is outside of you. You can't hear I can't hear through your ears.
Right.
If you telling me this is what it sounds like, that's what it sounds like to you. I can't tell you you're wrong. I can't hear what you hear. You know what I'm saying? Like we all have the ability to hear, but we all do it in different degrees. We all smell in different degrees. So being life that you perceive is through you, and that's how you change it. And change everything through you, because that's the only thing you have. That's the only tool you have for feedback, resolution, if you will. So,
and that's the thing. Like with a lot of these animals that we have, like a lot of their feedback is from us on what they do. And it's like, one thing we said earlier is like we're all connected. Like it's things that my dog can help me out and understand, make me catch on to things like that I'm picking up on, like I'm learning about, like I'm like, oh, maybe even plants. Like I'm learning, okay, maybe this plant isn't good. Like I realized I had to take a plant and put it outside because it actually wasn't good for the house. It was better for it to be outside because it was like the things that it could give off. Like, you know what I mean? That's where they belong. Like that was their habitat. So like, it took my dog to explain that to me, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's different things that a lot of animals, not even just dogs, you know what I mean? That's just what I have. I have dogs. But animals in general. Like a lot of these animals, like real quick too, because you know we cutting into our time. But one thing I want to say is like, remember when we go to animals and like the biggest things, because like I think about rhinos and rhinos, elephants, all of the biggest animals, right? What do they eat off of, right? What do they snack on? So listen, that's one question though. So it's like that's a question too. So if you were lion, what do you think your favorite snack would be?
Well, because lions are different than everything you name, because they're carnivores. Like they don't eat grass. They only do that like to help digestion if they need it. Like, but to help things move throughout their system, it makes them use the bathroom very fast.
It's funny, just like dogs. It's crazy.
That's the only reason why a lion would eat any grass. Yeah. But so I guess if I was a lion, then my favorite snack would probably be, I don't know, maybe a jackrabbit, something small that's a snack like that I don't have to hunt too hard for, or something like that.
And if you was a horse?
You know the apples, man.
The apples?
Yeah, man. I tell you, apples are life, man. It's just like, it's raw energy, man. Like, in a good way. And yeah, it's sweet, but it's sweet from the nectar of the earth. It's not high corn fructose syrup sweet. You know what I'm saying? And so what you said was very important about animals and their habitat, because we're animals.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like
we're all
if you listen to all this,
we're specified animals. We just have different qualities, right? Right. So what I'm saying though is like,
be a mammal.
What I'm saying is like, because of such, every animal is in a habitat where it can find everything it needs.
Yeah. That's crazy, right? So
if you realize, a lot of people move from like different. I don't want to get to talk too much about food, but
and real quick, let me let y'all know mine. Obviously, it's funny, and it's not. It's weird that I'm gonna say this because I'm black and I'm fucking, but whatever. But my favorite, obviously, as a monkey, it would definitely be bananas because they really are so fucking good. I just love me a fucking banana. I like bananas just plain by themselves. But as an elephant, right? Yeah. I would actually want to just sit and eat grass. Oh, yeah. As an elephant, like a lot of people would think peanuts probably, but it's like, no, I'm not even a real big peanut person. Now I do enjoy peanuts, but I like them roasted. So it's like,
but you gotta also understand that the reach of an elephant, you get in so different many types of grasses.
It's like and even the leaves. And I was gonna say I can pull. But that's what I was gonna say when I say grass. It was not even just really grass. I want to say leaves and I want to say plants. Like I would just love the greens.
The greenery.
I would just
love greenery.
Anytime I think about, even when I eat oysters, I like oysters that have that grassy note to them, that greenery note to them. I love that. Like, you know what I mean?
That's why I like cold water. We got it off top.
That's why I like the cold water. But that would definitely be mine. But it's definitely coming up to that time of ending of the show and all of that good shit. But I appreciate you, Brian, I'm gonna keep calling you Boot Camp Brian. I appreciate you, Boot Camp Brian.
Man. It's always a pleasure.
For even spending time for us for this month. Shout out to the dogs, Sky and Lola in the background. You definitely heard them a lot throughout the segment here and there. And y'all already know who y'all been rocking with. And listen to the sounds and the ways. You know, all that good shit. It's the homie Dave, you know. Shout out to Facts of Life, because that's all this is. It's just our experiences through our lives and things like that. We hope y'all keep rocking with us. You know, each and every Friday we will drop new segments, new episodes.
That's right.
And when you tune in, make sure you leave comments. Let us know. It's a little stuff at the end of the little questions that we ask.
Yeah,
let us know how you feel. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let us know how you feel, your thoughts. Let us know what you want to talk about. That's definitely where you could do all of that. Or letting us know what you think our next episode, or even if it's not the next episode, one of the episodes that we should drop, what you think it should be about. Because our listeners are our motivation, And that's how we continue to keep going and we keep growing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because it's just our thoughts, and sometimes we like, oh yeah, after this stuff we be like, oh yeah, we had another one. But I appreciate y'all definitely for tuning in. You already know, those facts are like the podcast. You have been fact of life.